Hey everybody, PK's on the phone. I'm going to update the traditional assets this time because Elliott Wave is a bit cleaner there than crypto. So first things first, S&P 500. To go quickly over the whole thing again, I call the first move here corrective. So either we're done with the whole thing, with the correction, and we continue up impulsively, which would include the yellow count that is forming impulsively, or we are forming corrective and then A, B, C, corrective, and again impulsive down to form a larger flat that would look like this. Like that. So since we are not sure which one of those is going to happen, let's look at the smaller time frame, because this can be a variable wave 3, and now we are forming perhaps just a zigzag since we had a flat in a wave, suggested wave 2. So now we might be having alternation in a wave 4. Lower time frame, we have an impulsive corrective 3-wave move, so it can be A, B, or 1, 2. And now blue count 1, 2, inner wave 3 done all the way here, and I'm thinking we're forming another 4 and last fifth if we're gonna have a zigzag for the wave 4, and guidelines say that the wave 4 are counted by pulling the fib retracement tool from the wave 2 to the top of the wave 3, and then a good guideline would be 0.38 as a support, or where we could expect a bounce. Doesn't change much if we change it to logarithmic, as you can see. So we're going to stay in linear scale. I expect, if we're not bottomed here, I expect another wave 4 to give us a false hope that we're going, and then another last drop. And this one shouldn't last for a long time, should be just bought back up if we're going to continue the pattern to the 5th wave, which would mean that if we have the 5th wave here, perhaps something is done on a larger scale, but I will repeat that it doesn't have to. We can have as well again corrective. So then if we finish this 5, then we can have A, B, C, and then another 5-wave move and have a larger flat. So 3, 3, 5. And if that doesn't happen, if we completed something here already, well then this is going to be just a 1, 2, and continue up for the 3rd wave. Now, having said that and covering the micro count, I'm gonna go to some of the other assets that I'm following. I think that Zoom is following this drawing that I made earlier. I want this to go finally for the wave 3, and hoping that the wave 2 is done and that we won't go any lower. So the red count would be would mean that we're continuing for lower lows on Zoom, but if not, then we have wave 1 W, X, and a flat for C, for Y, or the wave 2, and now we just form another 1, 2, and then hopefully we're gonna blast off from this channel that is taking forever and form the first wave 3. If we have this 5, well then we're gonna know that the larger bottom is in, and then perhaps along the retrace you can still enter here if you believe in the project. Google also called the ending diagonal, and now we formed impulsive wave down. So both perspectives on Google, this can be regarded as a 5-wave swing, but I'm going to show you how this can easily be A, B, C for W, and then wave X, and then A, B, C, Y. And this thing it kind of forms better as a double zigzag than necessarily an impulse, because in an impulse, I mentioned this many times, you want wave 3 to blast this wave that is projected from the 1 and 2, and then perhaps the wave 4 needs to either touch this thing or just doesn't even touch and then complete the wave 5 down. So this one is more a zigzag structure. I'm going to label it zigzag family than impulsive, even though that the waves don't overlap. Okay, so having said that, we can compare it to the S&P 500 and say that the low is actually in, but again it can be 3, 3, 5. So here we go, wave 1 running flat for the wave 2 or the wave B, and then the clean 1, 2, 3, 4 and ending diagonal for the wave 5, or it can be A, B and just a C with a strong C. However, this C or the wave 3, it behaves more like a real wave 3 than the zigzag family, because we are exiting this wave 1, 2 channel, and now we might be retesting it to form the wave 4. So if we had a flat in a wave 2, well, let's see if we're gonna have a simple zigzag to form the wave 4. For the moment, we have an impulsive wave, we can label it as a wave A, and then now we form perhaps a little impulse for wave A up, then we're gonna have a corrective B, which might have started already, and C to complete our wave B, and another C. Let's just go a bit lower so you guys can see, and then back test the channel. So if we're bearish, well, this is going to be 1, 2, 3 flush, but if not, we're just gonna have another impulsive down, and then we can long Google again, go for the wave 5. It's clean, so it's good. SOUN, it's an AI project, and this one is pretty cool actually, because as you can see, we had an impulsive structure and then a corrective, and it seems like this one is impulsive, and this is wave A to C is 1 to 1, so flats. One of the guidelines say that flats are forming that C's in flats are the same as the waves A, because it's flat, so price action doesn't move much, it stays in the same spot, just to confirm where is actually the good bias or directional flow of the market. So 1, 2, 3, you can even put it here, and then form a double combo in this 4, and this doesn't look clean, but it is 1 to 1, and if we have a impulsive structure here forming, then I would suggest longing the retrace. Well, how do you deal with the wave 4 here? If you have I agree that, for example, you can have a 3-wave move here, a 3-wave move here, and look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Well, it looks perfect for a flat to end something, but it didn't end there. So you can have one sequence ending there, so this being A, B, C flat, so your W wave, and then we have a zigzag here for the wave X, and now A, inner flat B, and the C zigzag for the wave Y. So flat, zigzag, and zigzag to complete your wave Y, or a sideways combo, and then another flash to clean the stops, back test, and form double bottom. Now what we're having is, at least I think that we have a local bottom here. You can either long now or wait for a little retrace, and then you're hoping for a wave C or a wave 3 that needs to go higher, right? Guideline for the wave 3 is 1.618. And let's look at the lower time frame if we can see something forming here. It's too early to do anything, so the least we can do is this. Even this doesn't seem like to be the wave 3, but if we have something like that, then yeah, long the retrace. So RIVN Automotive, I'm really interested in this project. So this is the example of a nice impulse where the wave 3 blasts the first channel formed by the wave 1 and 2, and then you have this ripper of a wave 3. Alright, we are already in a linear scale. So I call this move to be wave A. So the first impulsive, now we're forming, at least I think that we're forming a zigzag for the wave B, and then we're gonna have the last C to backtest the older areas and to clean some shorts, some longs here, and stop losses. I don't think that this is going to be 1, 2, and that off we go for the 3. I really think that we're just gonna form a zigzag, and then we're gonna have another impulsive wave, and then we're gonna form a 3-wave move on a larger scale, and then we can long perhaps from $18 to $15. $15 would be a great buy for a long-term hold on this project, on this company. Sorry, the RIVN Automotive is electronic vehicles. They're a bit off-road. You can check them out. It's clean. That's why I'm using this chart to maybe show you guys if you want to short it or if you want to trade it. Seems good to me. TLRY brands. Alright, so after a long drop, I can see finally I can see a nice sign of life on this one. And to put some context to it, I'm ending my impulse over there. The leading lag is a 1, 2, 2 should be, there. So impulsive done there. Then we have a 3, and then I'm thinking that this is an impulse, because you have a wave 1 and 2, and then if you look at the inner 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, well, that's the wave 3, and then the 4, and then the 5th, the last wave. So now, if this was a wave 1, that means that we had a 1, 2 here, and a 1 and a 2. But the fact that this is so that it retraced so much, I have to consider the fact that we're actually forming a larger expanding flat, which would mean that after impulsive wave you have a 3, then you need to have a 3 that goes further than the wave 1, orthodox top of the wave 1, and then we need an impulsive wave that goes lower than the wave A. So A, B, C. Then the projection guideline says that C should end somewhere at the 1.618. Now that we have this little mini map, let's see where could this go. So since the wave 1 yellow sub micro is not dead yet, we can consider that the correction was A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4 and blue 5 that the bottom is in. We're out of the channel right now, and we could go from here. This could be the bottom of the mini wave 1 wave into the yellow count and the beginning of the wave 3. However, this could be a wave 1 and a wave 2 and a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we only completed the wave 3. Now we are forming a 4, and then we would hit the wave 5. So this would be your impulse actually, and that would fit this scenario. Doesn't matter the fact that this looks impulsive. If we invalidate the impulse, we don't have any other choice but to call it a fake wave X or wave B, if you call the whole thing A, B, C flat. And just to take a look at the measure and the algos, this is our target. See, the green box 1.618 is what interests me from the flat point of view. But if you look at the fib retracement from the whole thing of the top, well, it coincides well with the golden zone as well. So this is our area of interest if we want to long. I already longed it here, and even if it falls down, I'm gonna be even more interested in this to long it. So there you have some perspectives on this one. So either the wave 2 is done there, but we can have it here as well. So Tesla, I would like to say that this move is more 3 wave than an impulse wave, but this wave is more an impulse wave than the 3rd wave. So if you count this one as a triangle, you're gonna have a little bit of issues of ending the thing there. Well, if you call it a triangle and end your 5th here, then you can say that you have an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C flat. Correction is done. We're going off for the longs. Let's say that this is 1 and 2, and we're gonna go further, and we're never gonna see actually the wave C incoming. But if you end your 5th here, and let's say that this was just a double combo, this being A, B, C flat, X and a zigzag to end your wave 4, and now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 ending diagonal 5, and now we have an impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is kind of clean. And now we form the wave A. Now we wait for the retracement for the B and the C of the wave B, and then we go lower low to form the C, the wave 2, the wave B of this larger move. Right, we need a 5, 3, 5, or if this is a wave 3 in the forming, well, Tesla is gonna moon again, especially if this one is to be considered as a 1, 2, 1, 2. I cannot say, like, I did count this as a leading diagonal, which looks a bit better on a logarithmic scale, that we have 5 and then 3, and now we need to form 5. So if SPX falls, well, maybe Tesla will follow, but nothing I can do else but looking at this time frame and micro time frame and playing a move for move and trying to decipher what's going on. But it's, again, I think it's kind of clean and we can still make money out of it. All right, when it comes to NIO, if you want to call this an impulsive, that's really brave. And the only thing that makes me think that we could actually be forming a wave 2 here is this triangle, because you cannot have wave 2 as a triangle, so you cannot really say that this is a wave of 1 and a 2 and now we're forming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to go, because wave 2 can never be a triangle as a whole corrective pattern. So I would say that this was the move, and now we completed something. And lower time frame says that perhaps we're forming a wave 4 still, and we need to make a wave 5 in order to confirm the reversal on NIO. So if this was a wave 1 and a wave 2, well, then we were gonna project the local wave 3. This would be your target for the wave 3, around 20 bucks. However, bearish count would mean that this wave here that just formed can be a wave 1 of an ending diagonal. So ABC for a 1, then we make a retracement. There needs to be a zigzag form, and then we need another wave that is a zigzag, that would be wave 3, another zigzag that is smaller than the wave 2, and the smaller one, and this would be the ending diagonal on the larger scale. So that means that the low is not in, and that we still need to investigate lower lows to form macro low. But this needs to come anyway, 5, 3, 5 or that, right? Okay. On Alibaba, I still think that we're forming wave 2 of this impulsive. So wave 1 is done, I would say, and now we form a 2 and then a 3 and a 4 to complete our wave C. So when we complete our wave C, we will have our corrective 3, and since we had 5 here, we need 5, 3 and 5. Doesn't matter if it's gonna be wave C up or wave 3 up. This is what we hunt, C's and 3's. So just as long as this was A, B, C, so 5 triangle, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 3, 5. Maybe it sounds simple, but fight with the stop losses and with the entries, and not that easy. The last one is the ugliest one, that's why I left it for the end, because you cannot really have a nice count that you can rely on. I managed to find an impulsive here. Alright, I found an impulsive there, like I said it last time, so for me A, B, C. But then it formed something further. The only thing that we can actually do here is perhaps rely on the channeling and the price projection tool. Look, if you check the wave A to the B, now we're hitting another algo target which coincides with the channel. So we do have a reaction right now. So 1.23 was actually the pivot point. Let's see if it was the bottom actually, because when you change the logarithmic scale, we're actually hitting this channel from the bottom right now. But on the linear scale, we just found the support. And how to fight it from the Elliott wave perspective. Okay, so you had your wave A, which was clean 5. Now B with 5, 3, 5. And now we need a C, right? How do we do it? Well, Pizza Man had this idea of forming an ending diagonal here. So you need your wave A to be the longest in a contracting diagonal, because we're forming an apex here, as you can see. Apex, this is how we say in Europe. Apex, you would say in the States, I guess. So we're breaking out of it right now, And if you form an impulse, well, long the retrace, and that would be your 1-2-1-2 on this project. And if you long this retrace, well, sky has the limit, because it's AI. I guess I'm gonna end it with this one, and try to see if I can update something on crypto, because crypto is really not easy for Elliott Wave right now. So I don't feel like that I should actually say anything about it if I don't have anything smart to say. Okay, have a good day, guys. Thank you.